Hi, welcome to part 5 of our gambling series. Today's topic is poker. I play poker for over 50 years, sometimes for fun, sometimes for money, private games, sometimes in casinos in the classic poker room. The main game that used to be played was 7-card stud. And if you play poker, you will be familiar with the many assorted games that exist. Now, sometimes they play games other than 5-card stud, but that was the staple. When these games were offered at casinos, the standard procedure was each deal, the dealer would chop the pot, meaning take a piece of the pot up to $3.50 or so and send it down the chute where the casino's funding from the game accumulates. The dealer would be responsible for not only dealing the cards, but also seeing that all player obligations in terms of bets and contributions to the pot would be fulfilled. In addition, the dealer would determine, based on the cards dealt, who the winner of the hand was and pay that player accordingly, or all the money that was left in the pot. After the fee, the chop was extracted. Tips for the dealer are often made by the winners, but are optional. In the last 15 years or so, another game besides 7-card stud emerged as the game of choice, and that is called Texas Hold'em, where each player starts with only 2 cards. A betting round occurs when people have the option of folding their hand or staying in. Then 3 cards are dealt, turned up by the dealer, called the flop. These are common cards, meaning they could be a part of anyone's hands who has stayed in the pot up until that point. A second round of betting occurs. Now, each game has different betting limits. This is determined a priori. Sometimes it's a fixed amount per bet, which is called a limit game, and sometimes it's pot limit, and sometimes there's no limit. So one must pay close attention to betting limits, as that will have great impact on your play and results. As long as at least 2 players remain in the game, then the game would continue, with now another card turned over, and then a betting round occurring, and then finally a final card turned over, a 5th card, so it would be a 5th common card, and then the last betting round. So the winner of the hand would either be the last player remaining from after all the others have folded, or for all the players who are still in there, the player who has the best 5-card poker hand. Simple enough. Texas Hold'em became very popular as a game because the fortunes of the players could wildly swing on each card, more so than standard stud games. Some considerable success of an amateur player, Chris Moneymaker, in 2003, winning the World Series of Poker after he won his entry online, encouraged many to take up this game. Literally millions of people started playing Texas Hold'em, either in their own private games, online, or in the casino in the poker halls. That would be springing up more frequently from time to time. Such games used to be illegal most places, but that has all changed as many states have legalized various forms of gambling, including poker. The last thing that distinguishes poker from other casino games is the fact that your competition is fellow players and not the house. So in spite of the enormous luck element in the games, skill in evaluating hands and reading your opponents and betting accordingly was paramount to long-term success. So while there's hardly any skill at all necessary to play your random slot machine, a lot of skill was required to play poker, especially because so many people have taken up the game and by playing long hours either online or in their private games have become proficient poker players. In addition, there are many professional poker players, the sharks, who try to make their living playing poker, especially against non-professionals. So the most important thing to remember as you yourself might become a proficient poker player is that you have plenty of competition, and it is fierce. So you have to deal with all sorts of things. Playing poker like hand evaluation, betting techniques, reading your opponents, and bluffing, tough experienced competition, and of course the juice factor, the house fees, as well as the ever-present luck factor. Lastly, there are many poker tournaments available where your loss is restricted to your entry fee, so you can play for a long time against pretty good competition until you're knocked out. In these tournaments, you can develop the skill of playing poker in a competitive environment. You might even win something once in a while. But like all forms of gambling, it is never easy, and there is a right way to do it. So if you are so inclined to play and learn this game, then try watching it, and then maybe find the right small stakes game to play. Maybe reading a book or two might help. Talking to experienced players will definitely help. Anyway, good luck playing poker. Thank you very much.